What's up, YouTube? This is a game of all time. It's free for. Wait. Would you like to review detailed content warnings, which contain spoilers? Alternatively, in-game content warnings can be enabled. Wait. Oh. Would you like to review detailed content warnings, which contain spoilers? In-game. No. Exposure to highly disturbed content. I agree. Sorry. Okay. Hold on. Do, do, do. Alright. This is a game of all time. Uh-huh. Alright. Please enter your name. Tony. Alright. Hey. I see an annoying girl running towards me at the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it's kind of just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and frequently I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sighed and idled in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Do I do voices? I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Tony. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we are a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Hold on. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near the streets, become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Tony, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in front of many conversations where dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn any how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me ease her mind a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. This is a game of all time. Hold on. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with an anime club. Hello! Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to look. You don't need to wait up for me. It's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, I thought you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Alright, Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did because they thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please! Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Hee. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as I've planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Baka! Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay! Yes, let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Bro might be EDP. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Hello? Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, this is the new member is here. I told you don't call me I told you don't call me a new member. I glanced around the room. Oh, wowzers. What voice do I give you? Welcome to the literature club. Fuck, I didn't even read the rest of that. Sayori always has nice things about you. What the fuck do I give you? Seriously? You brought a boy? kill the atmosphere. Tony, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Alright. What are you looking at? I can't do the voices, sorry. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. By the way, I said at the beginning of the game, every girl in here is 18 plus. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back to the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuka, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comprehend more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Tony. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. We rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class, smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically completely out of my league. Hey, shoot or shoot, my guy. Curry, full court, buddy. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Tony. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them, I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few cupcakes arranged to form at a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is a space next to Monica and space next to Sayori. Natsuka and Yuri walk over to a corner of the room, where Natsuka grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens a closet. Still feeling awkward, I sat next to Sayori. Natsuka proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh! Whoa! What did the thing that said? Natsuka lifts the foil in the tray and reveals a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, and Monica, I follow. It's delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full, and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn cupcakes around on my fingers, looking at the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like I haven't heard... haven't heard this somewhere before. Made them for you or anything? Yeah, I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe, but not for you know, you dummy. Baka. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss this conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I bet that you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, Sayori seems really happy here, so that's okay, don't be embarrassed. Well, make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be the board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics. Face orange biting male sex her. Face orange biting male sex her. Face orange biting male sex her. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity, how to prepare events. I'd rather take something I personally and make something special out of it. Monica is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all of the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. Bro's been reading for 15 minutes. Dude, I think this game is all reading. You have to work on to convince people that you are both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like a festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best! You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of new members joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with this level of enthusiasm. Holy voice acting about the literature. Dude, I kind of want to do voices for these girls, but like I don't have enough female voices and I think my voice is too deep. Hold on, let me grab something to drink. Ugh. Alright. What do I give Yuri? She seems kind of like an emo shy girl, so like, so Tony, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Alright! I read pornography. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking of seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books and not people. She's also got massive titties. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped for something I can relate to in a minimal. I read Goosebumps. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? Or what do I give CJ? All right, CJ. What do I give her voice? What do I give Monica? What do I give Monica? Like, robot woman? What does that mean? Like, really, I would have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you? I guess you could say that. But if the story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often more successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. What do I get? Alright, this is like a... She reminds me of like a pug. Not like a pug, like a chihuahua, like... I hate horror! Oh, why is that? Well, I just... Natsuki eyes dart over for a split second. Give Natsuki Kiriko. I'm not giving her Kiriko. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write down about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the club... Fuck. You left a piece of scrap paper behind the club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine. Wait till you see me on my bike. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not... Winton jump, Winton zap, Winton alt. Not very confident writer yet. I understand that's how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing them the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have a writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sat in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Question mark. Persona! Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem for our own. Then next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. ... Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Tony? Monica says moo, says quack, says bark, but the goat says fire at all. Nerf this, experience tranquility. What the fuck is bro yapping about? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we are back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come out on the retirement. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls sent me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Tony! You all... I am defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lighten up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for a cupcake, I would have been super pissed. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club, and thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Tony, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their floor. Hey Tony, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? Walk home? With a beautiful girl like you? Baka! That's right, Sayori. I could never walk home together Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way... We'll walk home with a beautiful girl with you? Baka! The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be able to spend time every day with a girl in the literature club? I want to go for Yuri because she's got some massive honkers. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of the and of course, all for one circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will. And I guess this starts with the writing of poem tonight. I can't believe I'm playing a fucking dating sim. Oh shit! Yeah. Tony's time. I woke up the next morning, beat my meat, looking at that Monica, tuck my teats. Time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poems the most. Oh shit. Kawaii. Defeat. That's not who I thought would end. Heartbeat. Oh. Misfortune. Oh. Oh. Essence. Atone. Uncanny. Oh. Philosophy. Big words. None of these unstable. Ambition. Vitality. Aura. Um. Climax. Extraordinary. Huh? Kiss. Got to go for big titty women. Hi again, Tony. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Ha ha ha. No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I can keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. And I gotta get a drink, dude. I have so much fucking reading. I'm back. Holy fuck. I was the last to come in, so everyone is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Tony. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. At least year 2. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. You certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuko finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuko plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Tony always gives his best as long as he's having fun. Buck! He helps me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come you and Tony can become good friends too? Baka! Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. Friends? Baka! Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It makes me happy no matter what. Is that so? You're so kawaii! Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out her tits. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book and thought you might enjoy it. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, have sex. Discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this a girl accidentally being so cute? Baka! She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. This... Baka! Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. So Yuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a bit more, but at the same time would feel it distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of a book. It looks like it's the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah! Oh, what the fuck? Music changed. Crap! I think she noticed me looking at her. Can I see your tits? I mean, she sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet a split second. ... But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. Baka! I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave to me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason, just curious... How come you have two copies of the same book? Well, I stopped by the bookstore yesterday, and that's not what I meant. I mean... I'm just so kawaii, I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's very engaging and a relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just want to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about a girl in high school who moves in with her long lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from human experimentation, from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she desperately chooses who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of / exclamation point. Ugh. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came from nowhere. Aha! Yuri gently giggles, and all of a sudden... You are not a fan of that sort of thing, Tony? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just kind of one of those stories. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly you thought you'd relate to the protagonist. This is just a big fucking nothing burger. They are made out of the I have one of the cynicism or sorry. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. Baka. I'm so sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. That's just a lie. I've just been looking at your tits, ma'am. Yep, Fest 2024. For real. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please don't stop. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's... well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah? Are you sure? Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That's it, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand that Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can't it's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe it's a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading off from my book instead. Sorry! I'm just so kawaii and horny. I was just... Yuri, you don't have to apologize. You really do apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide in against Yuri and hold my book in between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I move my right hand and hold the book. It makes it difficult to turn the page. Here. Alright! What is this? Yuri takes the left arm with the book and moves between the thumb and forefinger. I do the same thing with my right arm to the right side of the book. That way I turn the page in Yuri's sides and under her thumb, and it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. Her titties. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know... Oh! She's side-eyeing the dog pissed out of me. I don't know if it'll keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she's finished with the page for me, and I turn it on my own. Continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter to her side, and she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she... Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all the time things she does. She's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not that I can see into your head or anything, but there's other mannerisms. I see. Oh my god, so much reading. He remained silent for a moment. But Tony, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Oh wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were so conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I meant it more if it's kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Oof. I think it's about time we share everyone's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not... It's fine. It releases her hand from a book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer if I only read with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a little bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright, I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left in the book, then slip it into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I've agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone else to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull their poems. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Yeah. 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 Yuri seems most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. Do not freestyle on this! Yeah. Hold on. Took out my poem. Yeah. Showed it to the big titty goth woman in front of me. Dun -dun 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 -dun. She got me bricked up. Na 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 na. I can pull her hair back and clap it from the back. Dun dun dun. Yeah. Cold as ice. Wanna take that spice. Dun dun. Dun dun. Alright, I'm done. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Dun dun dun. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri's fur covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. Fuck. Dun 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 dun. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. Am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there's a specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they try and pick up writing styles separate from the topic matter and the form fit the two together. Dude, my voice is dying. Ugh. The end of that resulted both of them expressively and are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor, I know what the fuck the word is, I just can't say it, totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Dun, dun. It might take some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuko can be a little bit biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. So sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself or to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share the thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which is kind of funny. After all, this is supposed to be a literature club. Dude, this isn't cursive. I don't know if I can read this. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. If it must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue queen hue of the future. I bathe calmly, breathing air out of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Wow, that's really interesting. I like the way you flicker. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I was expecting that at all, but it took you a long time to read. Oh. Well, it's just I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem, even though it's short and it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since this is our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild, something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghost theory? Who? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Tony. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did glance over it, after all. Remember, the poets often express their own thoughts and feelings and express in their own words. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolic compared to a ghost. Lingering in her remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and as soon as to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it in that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah, if anything I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so, Baka? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Tony. Good girl. I'm sorry, that was cringe. Me too. Alright, I'm gonna leave the stream here. Unless do I finish this? Do I finish doing the 3? Yeah, I'll finish the day, and then I'll... hold on. Who do I do now? Natsuki? Sure. Well, it's probably about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me, it's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't invoke any emotion. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. What? Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because Everyone in high school thinks that writing is so sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even try writing seriously. Winton jump, Winton zap, Winton alt. Express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. I like the poem. I like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you should do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about it is simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. I think you're just bad at writing. Like I set up the rhyme at the end, but in the end it made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I mean. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one in here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with her last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take anything that away from her. Hi, Tony. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions in the club, like any new activities or things we can try to do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Tony. We'll all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Tony. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. You're the Tua to my hawk. Alright, CJ, you're cancelled. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations though. That way it always counts when I put some effort in. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes that kind of writing, right? Writing with full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of the way just feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can be years of practice, which assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near to her level yet. Don't worry so much about it. Do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning, trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I get comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because That's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Holy fucking yapper. Hole in the wall, I couldn't have been me. See the direction that sparkles from blah 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 blah. Appearance side out blue, blah 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 blah, but it's too late, blah 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 blah. It was too deep, blah 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 blah. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's the way you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gone pretty popular nowadays, so that's it. A lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. That wasn't the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure I know how to put it. I guess you could say it was some kind of epiphany I realized recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe that everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain feels too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something out on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this: if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Just move your hand and go with the flow. Winton jump, Winton zap, Winton alt. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Ugh, so much reading. ... This is a good poem, Tony. Are you sure this is your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. Sayori, my Pookie. Then that one writing one at all. I'm really happy you just... I'm sorry. I'm really happy just that one wrote one. You wrote one. Winton jump, Winton zap, Winton alt. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? Like I said before, Tony, deep down you are not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason I joined. I love titties. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Ryan, dude, I tried with the voices, dude, but it hurts my voice. Alright, hold on, I got it. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Well, we'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. And if it wasn't for you, femboy toady, shut the fuck up. Can I get an oi, oi, oi? I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun, senpai. Whoa. Monica's the best. This is boring as fuck. Just fuck already. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing ability. I normally skip these parts. Hey man. Beggars can't be choosers. Gotta play the long game here. Even if there's no way the poems can out to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. Oi, oi, oi! They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, staring at their... As they read in tandem, I watch them expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing!
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk in one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is, cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss a symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings of giving up. How can it be cute?
I know that. I just mean, the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You have to try hard to come up with something nice to say. Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I guess I did have a couple suggestions. There is cyan everywhere. If I was
looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Tony did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestion of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Let's get out of here. Wow. Hold on. After this, I'll get on Overwatch. I'll start Blokes. And Tony liked my poem too, you know. I'm invested when wins part 2. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress on the new member, Yuri.
What the fuck is this? Hey, hit a beat. Yeah. Ryan's a clown. CJ's frown. Tub is brown. This chick's got big tits. Gives me a fit. Wanna stick it in. She tells me no, but I do it anyway. Yeah. Can't tell me no. I'm a brown man. You're a clown, man. Alright, that's enough freestyling. That's not what... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Tony appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more?
And... Ryan the clown to CJ's frown. Gas winks, moves CJ's luscious bangs out of the way.
Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. I gently caress Ryan's cheek.
You?
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what?
I was the one who boobs magic.
Wait, I wasn't. Which cheek? Baka!
I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Tony started showing up.
Natsuki!
Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you.
I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both of them... Oh, shit, here we go. As if... Tony! She's trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? That meaning should just jump out of the reader, not force them to figure it out. Help me explain to her, Tony.
Well, wait. There's a reason we have spread them, alright? Sorry, I have so many deep expressed words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings most effectively. Avoiding them is so unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Tony? How did I get jacked in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. I blush deeply. So of course that's going to be... Alright, chat. Who do I go with here? Who do I go with, guys? Sayori? How do I go with help me, Sayori? Ryan? Pulls gun out, CJ, that's it, and loads maggots. That's not, I didn't ask for that. Right. Winton jump, Winton zap, Winton ult. Who do I go with? Winton, do Sayori my Pookie Wookie. Winton. Natsuki? Then I turn to Yuri. Yuri? Just definitely say something to her. Sayori? Huh? Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting? Alright, stop. Stop! It's taking up my whole screen! Alright. How can you keep fighting and know you're making your friend feel like this? Tony. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri to suck it up and being a jerk. She should never. You're an idiot. Excuse me? Listening to yourself exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Natsuki, Yuri. You guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki Holmes, they're amazing because they're spelling a few words. Films because of beautiful pictures in my head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. I agree. Sayori's just stands triumphantly. Monica's... What's this monkey business? With bewildered, I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off, not to get the time of expression. So this is why Yuri is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and can organize things, but I'm not very good with people, and I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess me Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. It might be an airhead decision, suspicious with that. Exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles, causing his stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president regardless of success. If only I could get a chance to talk to her a little bit more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did we all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Tony, how about you? Yeah, I'd just say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you learn something with your friends too, so your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, blows out brains all over the class. I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Tony, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It's truly as if being one of series who much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know between Yuri and Natsuki. Bro picked so here. Sakura. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. Respect Sayori, buddy. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. No. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Tony, it's nice to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone, Hawk Tool respect moments, makes it the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto this kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Hey, yo. Let's just see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her. But it's easy to use Sayori as an initial monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. CJ's got a fat ass. Ryan's got a thick face. Tubbs got a thick cock. Tony's got a big bitch back. Yo. Ryan and CJ sucked each other cock. It was kinda hot. I can't lie a lot. Posted them on TikTok. Trying to get a cock flick. Alright, YouTube, that'll be it today. CJ stares. Can I blush just deeply on that thing and do tricks on it? Alright. That's it, YouTube. I'll see y'all later. Holy